Ranger fans. Today I'm going to talk about the new news about the Power Rangers storyline from the 2014 Toy Fair. Yes, I know there's other timelines like Mecha and even Transformers, but since I'm more of a Power Rangers fan, I'm gonna talk about these guys first, if you don't mind. Now, first we have some new pictures of the Dragon and the Power Morpher from the white and green version, which they are already showing in certain stores in America, but and around here in Europe still very soon. So if you guys in America try to buy them, so maybe Bandai will try to ship them a little bit more than they think they're going to sell out. Next, we have the new pictures of the Dragon Zord, and it's a Dragon mode and it's combined mode with the Legacy Megazord, and it looks freaking fantastic. Dragon mode looks amazing, and the combined mode looks also amazing. Just the tail combined with the lens thing, it's a little bit too big, but anyway, it's still not that bad. Some new news, it's the Legacy Titanus, which a lot of fans were requesting. But from the picture is for the pictures part, it just looks like the same one from the 2000 from the mix and match set. Probably they removed that little gimmick and add some extra space for the combined mode for the Ultra Zords. And stickers wise, it looks exactly the same. It has a gold chain on the top for the Megazord to hold on to something. And also, it doesn't look like it's gonna have some diecast, at least on this prototype. And the price of this guy, it's 199.99 cents. Yes, it's gonna be a little bit on the expensive side. So try to find this guy on sale, or try to get as much as you can of coupons or something like that, because this is an expensive sucker. So bear that in mind before getting this guy. Next, we have new pictures of a new toy line, which is gonna be a 5-inch. If they say it's 5-inch, they look like a little bit on in the 8-inch line of the classics Power Rangers line, which is basically an homage to the original gigantic figures, which they came in a triangle box for the movie and the original first release. And these two toys are the White Ranger and the Red Ranger, and they are going to come on the special triangle box, which is basically an homage to the original triangle box the original ones came from. And it's going to have the Legacy logo on the front with the stripe with like the Megazord and the Legacy Morpher. They're gonna have the same type of homage to the original toy line, which is kind of cool. It ties in with the timeline, so it's not a bad idea. Next, new pictures of the weapons and the cellular, the changer of the Morpher, if you want to call, for the Silver Ranger. The spear looks nice. It's small, which is kind of normal. It doesn't show if it's going to have the 3 modes, which is the lance mode. The lance mode, as the lance mode. We don't know if it's gonna have the anchor mode and the gun mode. And it comes with the green green Samurai Ranger instead of the original green one. Okay, kinda okay. Next we have a picture of the Gokai's Silver Seller. It's not too bad. It's okay. One thing to note, the buttons don't look like you can press them, at least on this picture. So maybe the buttons will be pressed, or maybe the keys will actually lock on the cellular. So bear that in mind. So maybe wait for the physical versions, maybe some different pictures in the future. So let's move on. Now we have the Gokai Galleon, or the Gokai Buster, if you will, which does look kinda nice. It's just big enough to hold him, and it looks like it's not gonna have some lights, probably just a couple of sounds or something. And you can fit the keys, but it doesn't show if the keys will use for recognizing something, or if it will do a certain sound or something. And they have some little two frisbee shooters, so you probably put them on the front, they will shoot them or something like that. Kind of a not gimmick, but okay. On the armored figures, we have a new one, which is the the Silver Ranger from Super Mega Force. So if I call this guy Gokai Silver, because it's a simpler name, the Super Mega Force Silver Ranger, shorter name at least. It's the Silver Ranger in its gold mode, which has the spear and the armor on the front, which does look kinda nice. The helmets look a little bit off, like they're very white, so it's kinda difficult to understand what the Rangers are. You can see them, but it's kinda a little bit off. Probably the finished one will look a little bit better. The shoulder armor parts probably gonna be a bit of a pain to put them and make sure they don't fall off when you move them or something. So let's see that later on. For the Retrofire line, we have the Thunder Source Mega Force from Night of Thunder and the Wild Force Megazord from Wild Force. These two figures were already released before, but I think these figures were a little bit on the rare side, or they were not released at all. I don't remember for sure. So it's kind of nice to have these guys for the line, but that won't be released before. You have the swinging action rangers, but that's nothing for me. That's for the little kiddies. So if you want, get them. If don't get them. Now we have the 5-inch micro rangers, which is basically a very simplistic style of toys. Which there are just a couple of rangers with some little details of paint and that set and such, with some accessories like a weapon or two. But the articulation on these guys is very, very, very minor. It's gonna only have the head going to the sides, probably. The arms are probably gonna rotate just one direction, and also the feet can go back and forth. It looks like. So it's very simplistic toy line. Maybe something for little kids instead of a collector, but they don't like that much. It's just a simplistic toy for the kids who don't have the more expensive ones, and the parents have a more cheap line instead of buying the 10 and the 5-inch $10 versions. So just for the kids, not too much. This one I actually do like. It's a 5-inch Ranger set, which will have a shit ton of Rangers from all seasons. You have RPM, the Titanium Ranger, which is not the Quantum Ranger, the Lightspeed Ranger, the Wild Force, Space, Operation Overdrive, Zeo Gold, Mega Force, Turbo, Kaku Rangers, aka Alien Rangers, Zeo. It's a very nice line. They all have the same at least body mold, with some different on the gloves, on the helmets, which is kind of normal. But I don't mind. It's just something for the collectors probably gonna find. I hope they bring these guys. At least they release all of them in both America and Europe. I'm gonna try to buy them all. There are a lot of them, so hopefully when they ship them in waves, or they just release all of them at the same time, or maybe even a box set or something. Because this is kind of a cool toy line for collectors. For this Megazord line, you have the I don't remember the exact name for this thing, so sorry. Which is the Hurricanegers, aka the Ninja Storm Ranger Stray-Bit Megazord. Which compared to the original one, it's a very slim version because of the gimmick, so it doesn't look that off, maybe just a bit. So I still not a grand fan of this toy line, but I'll give it a shot later on. For the armored version Zords, we have a repaint of the red version into a silver type, and have a samurai looking motherfucker or something, what this thing is, with no ranger. We have pictures of the the Q-Rex Megazord, or what the heck this thing is going to be called, just in Dynamo, nothing on Megazord or ship mode. And we have the last of the combined Zords for the Super Mega Force toy line, which is the Turbo Falcon Zord, which it's going to have 4 modes instead of 3 like in the original one. It will have the car mode, it will have the combined mode with the Super Mega Force 1. It has the same packs, so you can fit in the Megazord on top of the car, and the car has its own Megazord mode. So it's a nice idea because instead of having just a gigantic car that doesn't do anything on its own, instead of being a car, it has a very simplistic Megazord mode. So when parents buy this thing for the kid, it will have a Megazord mode so it can play on its own, which is a nice idea, nothing to match. Also, it has the key of the of the Mystic Force Green Ranger for some reason, but that's me. And overall, that's all for the toy line for now. If you guys want see something from this line you like, try to find them. Probably will maybe before a little bit before the summer or mid-season. We have the rest of this toy line, so hopefully we can get all these games later on. In Europe, we have to wait for a couple of months or maybe even a year. So hopefully I can get some of these guys later on. So that's all for today, guys. See you guys next time, same channel.